So we have three ways to explain inflation. So here, cost goes up, aggregate supply shift to the left. So you get increase in price level, decrease in output. Or you have increase in demand, so aggregate supply goes shift to the right, and you have price level goes up and income goes up, production goes up. Here, M is money supply, and V is the velocity of money. $1, the number of times $1 used to buy goods. So basically, this is the exchanges in the market, the transaction in the market. And here it is the real GDP and times price, so that's nominal GDP. So the left-hand side is the monetary transaction in the market. And here is the production in the market. So these two should be the same. And so, as we say, it's not easy to see dramatic increase or decrease in production. And so this is more or less constant. And velocity of money, it is related to the customs of a society, okay, the consumption pattern. So generally, it doesn't change often. So because of that, M and P move together. Price level goes up, more likely due to the increase in terms of money supply. So that's the reason. The third reason for inflation is too much money chasing too few goods. Okay, too much money chasing too few goods. But there are some exceptions here. And for this part, most textbooks, never mention it. But here, I want to tell you what's going on here. Okay, if the money supply increase a little bit, okay, if money supply increase a little bit, generally it doesn't matter very much. And so, in this case, if the inflation is mild, okay, and the increase in money supply is mild. Mild means just a little. And the price level will increase just a little. But when the money supply increase a lot, okay, when money supply increase a lot, that's different. Because people may feel that, okay, there is going to be a dramatic increase in terms of price level, okay? If they feel that, money supply has increased a little bit, but it's gonna increase the price level very soon, what would they do? They will buy more, okay? They will buy more and they will buy often. So because of that, the price level will go way up, okay? So that's what we call, part of it, rational expectation. People can feel the changes in the market, okay? If they suppose there's a lot of money around, if you have a lot of money around and then they're going to increase the price level, what would they do? What they do? They're going to expect their purchasing power going to go down very soon. So what would they do? They will go out very often and buy very often, so the velocity of money will go up. So because of this, right, you have one go up, and this one go way up. So here, V, in this case, is not constant. Okay, in this case, V is not a constant. And let us turn around. Say money supply decreases. Okay, if money supply decreases, if it is just a little bit, okay, you'll be fine. But it decreases a lot. What happened? Because money supply decreases a lot, and there is not that much money going around. What would you expect? You expect price will go down, okay? If you expect price go down, what would you do? You will wait, and wait, okay, to see the price goes further down. So in this case, the velocity of money will go down. And what happened? The price level, will go way down. Okay? Oh gosh. Oh, I found two. Okay. Okay. So this part is seldom in the textbooks, either in English or in Mandarin or in Taiwan. So velocity money plays a very crucial role. When the inflation is high, okay, it will make the inflation worse. And if deflation is high, sorry, we should say low. If deflation is low, price level is very low, again, it will make the situation even worse. Okay, so velocity money, it has an impact on inflation and deflation, make both situations worse. Okay? Okay, now let us turn to Phillips curve. Okay, what is Phillips curve? He studied the labor market of Great Britain, okay, from I think it's 1860 up to 1950. When he found out that it seems that there is a relationship between inflation and unemployment, okay? And what he found out is that, okay, so here is unemployment and here is inflation. He found out that it sounds like these two, okay, are negatively related. So he drew a chart and found out that this relationship is something like this, okay? And how to explain it, that's a different issue. But, as a matter of fact, he said, when the economy is good, okay, when the economy is good, generally the increase in wage rate will go up, okay? When the economy is good, the increase in the wage rate will increase. When the economy is bad, that's the other way around. But, honestly, this should be the case. Because when the economy is good, okay, you need people to work, okay? Economy is good, you need people to work. And of course, you want to entice more people to join the labor market. You have to increase the price, increase the wage rate. On the contrary, when the economy is bad, right, there are few jobs around. And because there are few jobs around, why would employers give you more money, give you more wage rate? So the wage rate will go down. So basically, it's just look at a very natural phenomenon. But somehow people sort of imagine that there is a trade-off between unemployment and inflation. What does that mean? That means suppose you want to get more people working, okay? You want to get more people working, it means unemployment goes to that direction, okay? You want to get more people working, so unemployment goes down, and then inflation has to go up. On the other hand, if you want to cut down the inflation, right? You want to cut down inflation, what happens? Unemployment will go up, okay? And that is exactly what's going on here, right? So if you increase demand, right? Increase demand, price goes up, income goes up, production goes up. So production goes up, income goes up, it means more people working because you need to produce more, right? And so in this case, if you want to get more people working, increase in demand, increase consumption, increase investment, increase in government expenditure. On the other hand, if you want to, cut down the inflation, okay? You want to cut down the inflation, what happened? So you're going to cut down consumption, cut down investment, cut down government expenditure, and so aggregate demand shift to the left. And what you have? You have fewer people working, but Okay, inflation going to go down, price level going to go down. Okay, but all of a sudden in 1973 to be exact, and 1974, what happened? You have energy crisis. Okay, energy crisis. So oil increased a lot. A barrel of oil increased from $2 to $12. Okay, from 1973, the end of 1973, it is something like $2, and when it is the end of 1974, it's $12. So you can see the oil price increased dramatically. And so what happened? Aggregate supply shipped to the left. Aggregate supply shipped to the left, so what you have? You have production goes down, okay? So that means employment goes down and unemployment goes up. And what about price level? Price level also goes up. So here, you find out something very strange. The Phillips curve looks like this because production level goes down means unemployment goes up. And what about price? Price level also goes up. So originally, people suppose this Phillips curve should be negative slope. But all of a sudden, it becomes this. And there's a new term called stagflation. Stagflation. It means the economy is stagnant. Stagnant. And you also have inflation. Okay? Stagnant economy and also inflation. So it's like a shock for most of us, we don't feel any emotion or shock. But at that time, okay, it's really a shock to people. They almost treat it like law of demand or law of supply. Say inflation and unemployment should be negatively related. But as a matter of fact, it is not. Okay? So then we have two Phillips curve. One is short term. The other one is long term. Okay, so let me erase this. Okay, so Phillips curve in the short run, okay, it is something like this. So based on the changes in aggregate demand, shift to the left or shift to the right, then there's a trade-off between unemployment and inflation. But you look at the long term, okay? The Phillips curve should be something like this, okay? The reason is, okay, the unemployment rate will be determined, okay? The unemployment rate will be determined by the labor market, okay? And what about inflation? Inflation will be determined by the monetary policy, as we just said, right? Too much money chasing too few goods. It depends on the money supply. Okay, the situation in the money market has nothing to do with labor market. So this is the long-term, okay, long-term Phillips curve, and this is short-term. And many textbooks, they forget to mention this, okay? Can the Phillips curve look something like this, positive slope? The answer is yes, okay? The Phillips curve can be something like this in the short term, can be like this in the long term, and it can be something like this, positive slope, if you have stagflation. Okay, if you have stagflation, the Phillips curve is positive slope. Okay? Questions? So this is not quite mentioned in other textbooks. Okay? As a matter of fact, in 1973, 1974, we have seen Phillips curve looks like this. Okay? Okay, let us see, we have finished. Okay, there's still something more here. When we talk about MV is equal to PQ, right? I remember that we talk about, India. India in 2016, they want to exchange some old currencies into new currency. But what happened is that they do not have 100% ready. Okay, they are not ready to exchange that. So there is short of money. So money supply actually goes down. Okay? And because of that, there is a lot of exchanges that cannot be done. Okay? Because you don't have the right money, the right amount of money to buy goods. So this also goes down. And so this goes down a bit, and also this goes down a bit. Okay? So money is actually very important. Okay? Do not make mistake. Money is very important. If you have money, you can make the economy going. If you don't have money, you can destroy the economy. And so here is a very important lesson. The second part is that this, in my opinion, is the most powerful formula in economy. Okay, really powerful. It can predict a lot of things. So some countries like Greece. Okay, you know Greece, right? Anyway, I have to review a little bit what happens to Greece. So Zheng Yuxuan, here. Okay. In 2008, what's wrong with Greece? 2008, Greece. There are a lot of countries in trouble, right? Greece is one of it. So what's the problem? Hey, Henri, you want to say something?
All time.
Yes, exactly. Okay. And then they say, because they all use euro, right? They use euro. And so Greece say, well, we don't want to use euro. We can go back to our currency. Okay? Can they do that? Okay, we will discuss this more in details next semester. The point is, okay, the first one, because you don't want to use euro, right? You have to print your own money. But if you don't have enough money, what will go wrong? The economy will go down quite a bit. Okay? And so that's the same thing here in India. They have a currency, the old one. Okay, they want to get rid of the old one. So they have to print out a new one. But what happened is that they don't have enough new paper notes. Okay, they don't have new money. They don't have enough new money. So what happened? The money supply actually goes down. Okay? Make no mistake, this is a terrible error, okay? Very terrible, because you don't have enough money, price level goes down, and also production level goes down. And here, okay, V goes down. Why? Because you don't have money to buy things. You don't have that money to buy things. And so it's a disaster. It's actually a disaster. People actually expect in 2016, the economy of India will go up, will increase. Okay, but what actually happened is the economy goes down. So money is very important. But you have too much money, what happened? Inflation. You have too little money, that's even bigger trouble. The economy is going to go down. Okay, so far so good. Okay, great. Let us turn to the textbook, okay? Okay, chapter 8, business cycle. Okay, so hold on. I have something that I want to mention. Okay. And this is GDP, right? Okay, so here is peak, right? Here is peak. What is this part? Julian, what is this part? You can tell me in English or Mandarin. Recession, good. Wang Feng, what is this? Okay, good. You need to know English, right? Because the test is written in English. 12. Okay, so please know that. The exam is written in English, okay? You need to know that. Xu Guangwei, what is this? This part. You forget it? Chen Youxi, what is this part? It's going up, right? So going up. No, it's not. Recovery. Okay, recovery. So, in terms of investment portfolio, what should you have here? In terms of investment portfolio, financial instrument, what should you hold at this point?
Cash.
Cash is king, right? Okay, good. Cash is king. At this point, okay, you need to make adjustment. So, what kind of adjustment that you need to make? Xu Zhaoxuan. Down here, right? You have to change. So what would you buy when it goes down? Gongsi Yun. What should you buy when it goes down? Excuse me? Good. Why? Excuse me? Well, Hong Ziyi, why? Because the economy is not good, right? So what would the central bank do? The central bank need to stimulate the economy, right? And so it will decrease the interest rate. Decrease the interest rate, the bond price will go up, okay? So what about here? Huang Weixin, what about here? What would you need to change? Because stocks at this point, okay, is already at the bottom. So because the economy is at the bottom, the stock price will be also at the bottom, right? And when the economy goes up, right? When the economy goes up, what happened? Profit will go up, so stock price will go up, okay? And so let us say at this point, what would you do? Let me see. Liao Yihan. Okay, at this point, what would you need to do? So, at the peak, you hold cash, right? And when the economy goes down, you figure out, okay, probably it's time to buy some bonds, right? And then continue to buy some bonds. But now it's at a trough, so you need to get rid of some of your bonds to buy stocks, okay? And here, you enjoy some of the profits of your stocks. But then, what would you need to do now? You have to get rid of all of your bonds, right? Because at this point, the economy is recovered, right? The economy recovers, the central bank will increase the interest rate, okay, so that the economy won't get overheating, okay, and so in this case, interest rate goes up, bond price will go down. So you need to buy some more stocks, get rid of your bonds. And what about here? You're gonna get cash again, okay? Get rid of all your other financial instruments. Okay, this is extra bonus to you. Okay, we talk about weather. Weather. I think it's kind of interesting, but I'm not sure why. Perhaps, implicitly, a lot of things are affecting people, but we don't know what's going on, okay? So, sunny. There are two kinds of weather. One is a sunny day. One is a stormy day. Okay? So, which one is a better time to buy stocks? Luo Zixuan. You have sunny days and stormy. Like today is not stormy, but the weather is not good, right? Okay. So, which days would be a better time to buy stocks? Stormy. Why? Because the weather is not good, you feel depressed, and you don't quite like to buy anything, right? So the price goes down, right? You buy stocks when it's going down, right? You don't buy stocks when it's going up. And so you buy stocks on stormy days and sell it on sunny days, right? Okay, this is the way to go. But, let us say you want to do some research on this, okay? Now, in the United States, more than 70% of the transaction on the stock markets are done by computers. So computers are not humans, okay? So I'm not quite sure if it still applies now. But, 20 years ago, people do some study on this, okay? Sunny days, okay? It is more than likely the price will go up, stock market, okay, stock market. And stormy days, most likely is going down, okay? So what would you do? You buy stocks during stormy days and sell it on sunny days, okay? So this is about sun. Now let's check about moon, okay? So there are two special days for the moon. The first one is the first, right? So, Lin Shengkai, what happened to the moon on the first day of the lunar calendar? We call 初一, right? So what happened? The moon, what happened there at that time?
Well, we cannot see it.
You cannot see it, right? It's called this. So the moon is not there. It's because, the moment. And what about 15th? Okay, Shengkai, 15th.
Yeah.
Right. It's now a circle, okay? Okay, so you guess. Which day the price goes up? Which day? This one, 2, right?
15.
That's always Taiwanese who guess, right? Actually, it goes down. And here it goes up. I'm not sure, because do you know werewolf? Werewolf. So Zhang Yuxun, werewolf. What is werewolf? Where is Zhang Yuxun? Zhang Yuxun? Okay. Do you know werewolf? 2 words. Werewolf. It's about wolf. Exactly. Okay. When will werewolf appear? I think it's this day, right? So, and it's so strange, okay? Why? Because across the world, it's not just Taiwan, okay? Across the world, 48 countries and maybe more than 100 stock markets. It's like this, okay? So, on the first day, actually the stock price goes up, but on the 15th, it goes down. But, okay, you need to remember this. We call generally or on average, okay, means most likely it will happen that way, but it's not always. Just like here, right? We say sunny day, more likely that the price go up, but is it always like that? No. Sometimes it goes down, sometimes it goes up, but more likely it goes up, okay? And here that's the same thing. It's quite interesting. And so, let me put down this, okay? So we have this holiday, right? And also we have, okay? So the question, Xu Jiajun, are these 2 days a good day to buy stocks? So this is called Moon Festival, right? And this is called Ghost Festival, right? Ghost. I'm not sure. I need to check it. What is ghost? Go ahead. What is ghost? Exactly. Okay. So are these 2 days a good time to buy stocks? Yes or no? Xu Jiajun. Are these 2 days good time to buy stocks? No? Who else? A-YDY. Are these 2 days good time to buy stocks? No? Wang Beizhen, are these 2 days good time to buy stocks? Yes. Why? Because they are on the 15th, right? The 15th of the 7th month, right? Okay, so this is 15th of 7th, right? And this is the 8th of 15th. But remember, this is not July, right? Okay? You probably want to say it's July. No, it's not. July is on the solar calendar, okay? And so this is on the 7th month, okay, of the 15th, okay? 7th month, 15th. These 2 days are the 15th. For 15th, price goes down. So you want to buy stocks now, okay? But sell it 15 days later, right? Okay, so then you can make some money out of it. This will be the test, but it's quite interesting, okay? As I would like to, remind you is that in Taiwan, we don't have that many people engaged in computer trading, okay, or we call high-frequency trading. But in the US, you have more than 80% of the transaction done by computers. So supposedly, this kind of effect would not be there. But in Taiwan, okay, we don't have that, many transactions done in computer. So it could be still there. And this research, I think it is like 20 years ago. Okay, this research was done 20 years ago. But I suppose it's kind of interesting to, get about this. Especially, most of you, when you graduate, you're going to work in the financial sector. So it's very important. So weather, okay, weather and moon. Okay. Okay, let's turn back to the book. Business cycle. Okay, so define and describe business cycle. Okay, so what is business cycle? It is a phenomenon. Okay, the economy moves up and down. Okay, the economy moves up and down across time. Okay, sometimes it go up, sometimes it go down, and it could be a long time, it could be a short time. Okay, and second part, summarize the history of American business cycle. I won't ask you to do that, but it is nice to know something about America, because America influences the whole world, okay? And then the third part, describe the behavior of various variables over the course of our business cycle. Of course, it is important, right? Price, production, okay, income, unemployment, okay? And the first part, we have done it, okay? Use aggregate demand, aggregate supply to describe the impact of business cycle on various shocks. So we have done that, okay? Earthquake, tsunami, okay? COVID-19, bubonic plague. Okay, so U.S. research on cycles began in 1920, so it's not very early, okay? And you want to know, now we have computer, right? But in 1920, what do you have? You have nothing, okay? So at that point, you want to collect data and do, a lot of things. It is not very easy, okay? That's the reason Phillips, right? We say Phillips curve, okay? Why Phillips, his discovery is such an important phenomenon is because, at that point, people don't have computer to draw charts. Now you're gonna treat, Excel, right? Excel, very convenient, and you can do a lot of things. Okay, honestly, when I was in college, when we wanna, work on computer projects, gosh, it's very, very difficult, okay? Because the computer is very primitive. Honestly, if you just want to type something, okay, I'll tell you the number is easier. Now you can have a flash drive, right? We call 随身碟, right? It is like 128G, 32G, right? When I was a student, college student, we have floppy disk, okay? How much is that? It can only hold 16K, okay? You got it, 16K. Not even a Word document, right? You put down some words, and then the Word document will be something like 32K or above, right? Okay, so time is different. Okay, let's move on. So these two guys, Burns and Mitchell, okay, they have written an article measuring business cycle, okay, and so what's business cycle look like? Okay, he said business cycles are fluctuations of aggregate economic activity. Okay, so basically like the chart we have, right? Okay, GDP ups and down. Okay, so if it's up, it's called expansion, or we call recovery. If it's down, contraction or recession. What is the definition of recession? Okay. There is a definition for recession. So what is recession? GDP goes down 2 quarters in a row. Okay, GDP goes down 2 quarters in a row. What means in a row? So that is the first one, and then the second one goes down and goes down. Then it is recession. Okay, suppose it is first goes down, second goes up, the third goes down. Is it called recession? No, it has to be in a row. So you have this goes down and this goes down, then it is recession. If this goes down, this goes up, this goes down, is this recession? No, according to the definition. In a row, okay, what means in a row? One by one, okay, one collect, one down, next one down, that is called in a row, okay? Okay, let's move on. So, economic variables show core movement, okay? So if they move together, okay, it is called pro-cyclical. Okay, if it moves together, it's called pro-cyclical. If it moves the other direction, opposite direction is called counter-cyclical. Okay? Like banks. Banks are most likely pro-cyclical. Okay? Economy is good. Okay? If the economy is good, the banks would like to lend you money. Okay? And if the companies get more money, they get more investment. So the economy move in the same direction. Okay? The economy is good, the company makes money, and the banks is willing to, offer more money, offer more investment. But when the economy is bad, what happened? The banks want to get your money back. And then, of course, the company doesn't have money. What are you going to do? They have to, do a lot of things and, sell their inventory. In any case, they will be in trouble. And so they won't have money to invest. And so the economy moves in the opposite direction. Okay, so the last part, the business cycle is recurrent, means it happens again and again, okay, but not periodic. Periodic means it happens at certain interval, but it's not really. So one of the reasons that the study on business cycle is not quite as good as you would like. The point is because, okay, you cannot use mathematics to get a model out of business cycle. The mathematics that really looks like a cycle, they are something, but not quite as as good as you expect, because you have sine, right? Called sine, right? But the problem is that it moves at regular interval and at regular height. But in terms of business cycle, it's really not the case. Okay, let's move on. So here it says that expansion and contraction, aggregate economic activity declines in a contraction or recession until reach a trough. Okay, what is trough? A-YDY, okay? So it's something like this. And I think we're gonna run out of time, so we're gonna stop here. Next week, okay, please go to the lecture, okay? And then when it gets to December, we're gonna come back to talk about business cycle. Thank you.